Hey guys, my name is Griffin and I am here watching Love Island for the first time ever. It has actually been a while since you have seen me, and that is because it is hard to film myself watching every single episode of Love Island to ever exist ever. That is because they have a lot of episodes. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to film. So for that reason, I will probably give a recap later in the future of what I've thought about the episodes that we have seen before. But for right now, my friends told me, watch Casa Amor. You need to watch Casa Amor. And you know what I have to say to that? Casa Amor? I hardly know her. Alright, before we get into this, I do want to say that I don't know at all what Casa Amor is, except for the fact that there's probably going to be a lot of new people, bombshells, whatever you want to call them. I don't even know if they count as bombshells. There will be a lot of temptation. As I am looking at the screen right now, there's a lot of making out and a lot of kissy kiss. So I will really hate the ASMR in this. I just know it, but we are going to get into it. So Anaya is mad at Casey for talking to other people, and she's all like, you know what, just do whatever you want. Doing the thing where it's okay, it's okay. It's not okay. We all know it's not okay. You don't have to pretend. And Zach's all mad because he didn't get to kiss Kata the first time by taking his top off and kissing her, and somebody else did. So look at you, you little jealous boy. Also, I've been looking online. So it seems like Zach has a man and a woman. You're just a little jealous boy. I'm not. How does he say it? He's British. I'm not. Did I do it? Did I nail it? There's Zach going, do your thing. Is everyone just on the do your thing boat? Yeah, Kenzie was a little bit insecure because she was on the chopping block last week. And I understand. Why would you want to vote for me? I wasn't like Gabriel at all. And then they were all like, no, girl, we weren't going to vote you off. And she's like, it's all good now. And that's why I love Kenzie, because she gets mad and then she does the splits or something and then she's good, right? There's something about the splits. I wish I could do them, because then I'd be a lot less mad as a person and a human being in this world. Kata is getting jealous of Bryce with Zach. See, look, oh my God. Kata being mad at Zach because he pulled Bryce to the side. She knows. I'll tell you one thing. I don't treat my besties like that. Kata trying to find a level-headed person in Melanie is funny as She's not gonna find it there. Again, with the blonde narrative with Zach, Kenzie clocked it right away, and now the new girly clocked it right away. I don't even know her name. It's hard for me to remember these names, and when they get the people in Casa Amor, it's going to be even longer for me to learn these names. While nothing's happening, I do want to mention I was at a family gathering over the weekend, and instead of everyone asking me how my dating life is going, everybody wanted to know what my opinions on Love Island were this season. So, my opinions are as follows. Disgusting. And ever since Beatrice left, the only one that's tolerable is Kenzie. And also, actually, I used to be a Bryce hater. I'm not a Bryce hater anymore, because I'm all for the Zach and Bryce storyline that people have made up in their heads. And if that doesn't amount to anything, then what is this season for? And I know it's very likely that it won't amount to anything, but here we are. Is this whole fight between Kata and Zach about a 21-year-old? Zach is right about how consent is, because Kata is all like, why didn't you kiss me in the kitchen? And he's like, because I didn't want to. And you know what? Valid. We're at a commercial. I've just seen arguing, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm a few episodes behind. Like, I skipped straight to Casa Amor. I have been told by my friends and coworkers that not a lot has happened since I stopped watching. The last episode I watched was when Beatrice got eliminated, and other than that, we lost Gabriel, and people were just kind of like, yeah, he was being lustful on a show about being lustful, and that was just too much for them on Love Island. They booted his ass out. Valid. I will watch them and I will give my opinion, but for right now, we are watching the Casa Amor, and I have a very strong feeling there is not going to be a lot of amor in La Casa, because that's not love. That's what Gabriel got kicked off for. So let's see if the other guys get this treatment in whatever the heck Casa Amor is. I've seen very little of Corbin right now. He's He's not even like saying words. They're like really going in on this Bryce and Zach story. The way the men talk to each other versus the way the women talk to each other is quite fascinating. And I do enjoy the social experiment aspect of the show. The women are all like so supportive of each other, and the men are all like, fat man. Every time I see the men making breakfast, I truly question to myself whether or not I trust these guys to be making breakfast. As long as it's just like eggs and like potatoes or something, I'm sure it's fine. But if there's any type of meat involved, I do not trust them to cook it to a proper temperature that will not give me salmonella or some other type of diarrhea. Just saying. Getting French fries? Hold on. First of all, I just typed getting French fries into Google and it was the first result, so I am not the only one wondering this. In popular culture, getting French fries is a slang term for the term gained widespread attention as a code word in reality dating shows like Love Island USA because French fries are classically eaten as a finger food. I feel like I need to look up a Bible verse after seeing that. All right, we're on a break again. I don't have really much to say except for the fact that I missed the person I was 5 minutes ago before I knew what getting French fries was. Now we are at a point where I unfortunately do know what that means, and it will 100% be entering my vocabulary, probably not in a professional setting, but in a more practical setting, like with my friends. But what's HR gonna do, let's be honest. All right, so all the boys are walking into this room and they have all these outfits for them to be wearing. So I see a firefighter outfit and I think a cowboy outfit, and they're about to do a challenge. Zach just ripped his pants off. Oh my God. Bryce is sitting here. I have no legs for these short shorts. That's why you wear those baggy pants. There's a lot happening. Caleb's going after Bryce's man. So now the boys are finding out that they're leaving the villa. Casa, 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 casa. And they're gonna go in those little skimpy outfits too. It's so fun. All right, the boys are now at Casa Amor. What's gonna happen? Zach, he said, Casa Amor? I might be wrong in this interpretation because I don't know what Casa Amor is, but it looks like they're going to be doing a separate Love Island over here with the boys while the girls are back at the villa doing whatever the heck they're doing at the villa. So we're at Casa Amor. We made it this far. I've been told they did Casa Amor early, so I don't know if it's that we made it this far. It's only week 3, right? Out of 6? They're halfway through. Not even. It's the beginning of week 3. There's a stripper pole at Casa Amor. I didn't see a stripper pole at the villa. Oh my God. So the girls walked out to the villa to see a giant present that said, a gift for you girls. And the gift opened to reveal a TV screen of the boys at Casa Amor. I didn't realize that it was gonna go this far. Oh my God. They're gonna watch all of it. There's a girl named Amora at Casa Amor. That's crazy, actually. They're going right into it. Okay. At least the mics are turned down at Casa Amor. Whoever is running the mics at Casa Amor deserves a raise. Oh. This is just the first girl. There's 6 of them. Do I have to watch them make out with all 6 of these women? What was the intro for Parmita? Her intro was, I was born in Iran, so I've been a personal trainer for 7 years. What does that mean? What does that have to do with her being born in Iran? I can't help but just remember that their parents are probably watching this show, and maybe their grandparents. Oh my God. We really do have to watch all these girls make out with them. Corbin said, I'm going back with somebody different, bruh. Corbin. Kenzie, you're just now learning that he's an F-boy. Corbin just said Kenzie out the window. Honestly, them being mad at all their boys kissing these girls isn't, I don't think in my head, super valid, because that's the whole point of Casa Amor. You're supposed to make out with them. And yes, these guys are attracted to these women, so they're going to enjoy it. What were they gonna do? Not enjoy it? The only one valid to be mad at is Corbin, because he's saying that. And I don't know if he knows that he's being recorded and they are watching it, but he shouldn't have said that. Zach, I think I like blondes. So all of these Casa Amor people have been watching the show, it seems, because they know their names and stuff. Is this a bonding experience for the men? They're gonna go back to their little locker room and they're gonna be talking about it, amongst other things of the homosexual genre. Oh my god. Do the girls go to a Casa Amor too? Oh. There's not a lot of words to... I'm not talking because there's not a lot of words. Like, I truly... Sydney said, oh my god, you look like Lord Farquaad to Sincere. Oh my god, the boys are gonna be there for a few days? That's so fun. So that was our go around with Casa Amor, with all of the women being introduced. There's not a lot of words to be really said. I just watched a series of 36 makeout sessions in a row. I will say some of the men said some stuff that were just kind of like, should you have said that? Should you have really said that? No, you shouldn't have. But it's okay because the girls seem to be over it. I kind of don't believe it, but that's what they say right now. The girls will be fine. That's what Melanie said. So now all the guys are going out individually to the girls, and I'm afraid it might be the same thing that happened before. This show is basically softcore porn. There's nothing else to it, really. It is fun that they have them in costumes while they're doing it. It makes it a little bit spicier. Not Zach going out there with the One Direction song. Cats need to be cleaned and licked, apparently, Plato and Socrates and Aristotle. I don't blame him for ripping the pants off. If he had that ability, he better be using it. Oh my god, their parents are watching this. Oh, and then Kenzie doing her FU splits. So there's going to be men bombshells too. 12 of them. All right, the episode's over. I don't know if I have a lot to say. That was a lot. I'm glad they had a great time, and I hope their parents are proud of them. And sounds like I'm gonna have to watch the next episode too and record it. So I will get to that. If I come up with anything else to say, I will have to say it in the next episode, but there was not a lot of content other than the softcore porn, really. So that being said, Casa Amor, I do not now know her. So that being said, Casa Amor was the twist that I hoped it would be, with the girls having to watch it. I didn't really expect that like that in that way. I didn't expect for the girls to get so mad over a literal mechanic of the game of Love Island, but they did, and I guess it makes sense, but I still feel like the most valid anger goes to Corbin for just straight up saying Kenzie out the window. It is what it is. I can't wait to see more of Casa Amor. We got it. Banger. Bars. All right, I will see you in the next episode because I will be watching the next one. I don't know when it'll be posted, but it will hopefully be soon. Thank you so much for watching. You should subscribe to my YouTube channel, and all of my social media is Griftastic1, GRIFTASTIC, or RizGodWatch, RIZGODWATCH on Twitter and TikTok. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.